Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. So I had planned on filming some other videos today, but then when the mail run, my entire schedule changed, and I'm not mad about it. So we all know that Natasha Denona dropped some new products this week, and I just so happened to get my grubby paws on them, and I cannot believe that they are here already. I ordered them on Monday. Today is Wednesday. They are here. So I got both the palette and the blush and highlight duo. I also picked up a new liquid kilowatt from Fenty, but I'm going to save this for another video because I want this video to be all about Natasha Denona. So what I thought we would do is do some swatches. Then I will come back and we will do a look using these items. So for those of you that are not familiar, this is a mini 5-pan Natasha Denona palette. These retail for $25. They are, I'm pretty sure, made in Italy. Yes, made in Italy. It has a 24-month shelf life. And it tells you on the back of the box the ingredients of each shade and what formula. So we have a one of the cream to powders. So that is Wink. This one is a cream to powder. Let me open it up. So you have, let me make sure. Sorry. Cream to powder. Then you have the creamy mattes on the other three and the metallic in the center. So I think that this is, I love these mini palettes because I think it is a good option for people that don't want to pay a lot of money for the bigger palettes. And it may be that they don't have the money. So I find that these, because they retail for $25, these are a really good way to try Natasha Denona. And maybe you don't want to spend a big amount of money before you've tried her. And you just want to get something that you can try before you buy a palette that's $129 or $65. So this is an addition to the Natasha Denona Biba palette. This was one of the $129 palettes. One of her larger pan palettes. I've got to be careful with mine. It's going to look a wreck before I even show this. But my black I've had to repress because it and it will still fall out. So I have to be careful. So this is 5 new shades. You will not find these shades in this palette. At first glance, it looks like these are a lot more, I guess, blushing or rosy than this palette. So the way she's got this one set up is you've got your cool tones, then you've got your neutrals, and then your browns, or your neutrals and your browns in the middle. And this is would add a rosy row. So if you have the larger Biba, you still do not have these shades because they're all new. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start swatching. So we're going to swatch. Let me see. It is backwards. So this one is, I had it right. This one is Wink. It's the cream to powder. I can tell by putting my fingers in it that it's different from the other 3. So I just wanted to clear that up. So I'm going to go just straight across as I come to them. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now that cream to powder formula. So that is the swatches. In the pan, they look more rosy. On the face, they look like they're leaning more brown. But we'll have to see once we put them on the eye what they look like. Now I'm going to swatch. This is the Natasha Denona Rose Cheek Duo. It's a cream It's a cream blush and highlighter. This has a 18-month shelf life. And it's so cute and tiny. It does have all the information on the back of the component. When you open it up, that's what it looks like. So let's get a swatch of this. It's a very pretty color. And the highlight. Ooh, I love her highlights. So there are the swatches. So I'm going to go and put my base on, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have laid my foundation down, and I've got my concealer on. I've done everything, but I have not powdered my face. I find nowadays that I like to powder my face after my eyeshadow application, because it's hard to get eyeshadow to hold underneath my bottom lash line, especially if I powder. So I found that it's best to not powder down there until afterwards. So I've been doing my eyeshadow before my base, or just hoping that I don't get fallout. So with Natasha Denona, I generally don't get a lot of fallout. I am trying for the first time the Tower 28. I want to say foundation, but it's not foundation. It's skin tint. Yeah. So I am trying that out for the first time as well. I've had it for a while. It took me a while to try it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a Refer 15, and I am going to pick up this shade right here, which is Plush. Plush, Plush, Plush. And I'm going to, and I already have my eye primer on. I'm using the Plouise in Rumor 1, and I did not set it. So that's a really pretty shade. I'm really seeing that rosy tone in that one. Very nice. Picked up just a tad bit more. It's a very pretty shade. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Izzy, which is the second light color in the palette. And I'm using the same brush, and I'm going in the crease again, and I'm going to bring that up, but not quite as high as we brought the other shade. I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that. It's deepening up really nice. They're building on one another. I'm not having any trouble with any skipping or anything like that. It's just building beautifully. So now I'm going to take my BK Beauty 203 brush, and I'm going to go into Wink, which is the cream to powder formula. And I'm going to make sure I get plenty of that on my brush. And that's going to go in the crease and I'm going to keep it right there. I'll bring it just a little bit out of the crease, but not much. I want to keep it pretty well tucked in there and bringing out a little bit of that dimension right there as it's deepening up. These are building beautifully. This is one reason why I love Natasha. Her shadow formula is just so easy to work with. I know every time I go into one of her palettes that it's going to be amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to use this same brush, and I'm going to go into the last color, which is Bruno. I used to have a dog named Bruno. Okay, so I'm going to bring it and stamping motions out here on my outer lid in that V area. I'm going to knock off what excess is on there and just start kind of flicking that into the crease a little bit, just so it will fade into that other color. And make sure to pat this out so that it is blended. I need to pick up just a little bit more. I didn't go in quite as much as I wanted to. There we go. Very pretty. So now I'm going to take my Refer number 21 and I'm going to pick up that middle shade, which is Blaze Nude. It's really pretty. It's like a rose gold champagne top shimmer. And I'm going on with the dry brush first. I want to see how that applies and what it looks like. I did get a little fallout with that. Okay, so now I'm going to try picking it up again with the same brush. But this time, I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. Very pretty. So I'm going to take that brush that we done this dark color with. I'm not picking up any more shadow, but I am just hitting that line so that they blend together. It's not a very hard look to do. I mean, it's an easy look. But, you know, I feel like whenever you pick up a palette like this, you pick it up for the ease of use because it's all those neutrals, you know, that you're looking for on a busy morning that you're getting ready for work or in a rush to get out the door. These are shades that you can wear anywhere. So now I'm going to take a Refer 02 and I'm going to pick up Bruno and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line just about halfway in. Make sure to connect that with the top. Okay. Now I'm going to take... I've got another Refer 02 brush, and I'm going to pick that up. And this time, I'm going to put this one, the second shade that we put on our lid. I'm going to put that in the front up here. And just kind of blend those together. And then I'm going to take my highlighter from this Duo. And I'm going to pick that up on just a little Luxie 246 brush. And I'm going to pop that, my inner corner, and bring it in just a little bit. And a little bit on my brow bone. I used to do this all the time. And I've stopped for the longest and I'm getting back to where I like that little hint of shimmer on my brow bone again. Okay, so got that. Let me get an eyeliner going on here. Whew, let's see. I originally wanted to go brown, but I think I want to pull out those rosy tones a little bit more. So, I think I may go going to go a little nude. How's that? I like that. So this is Makeup Geek Nude Eyeliner. I like their eyeliners. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and catch this eye up. Probably throw a little lash on, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I am back with... No. Okay, guys, I have got my lashes on. I do not know what lashes these are, but this is probably the last time I'm going to be able to wear them because I've been wearing these for a while, and they about did not want to go on this time, so they've given up the ghost. So from now on, I should be able to tell you what kind of lashes I'm wearing. I'm sorry. But I did powder my face finally. I tried the By Terry powder. This was sent to me from Leanna Dalton. I was trying to think of what kind of powder this was. It's the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder. That's it. But a friend of mine here on YouTube, Leanna Dalton, I will have her channel down below. She was so kind to send this to me. She got this in, I think, a BoxyCharm and did not like it. And she knew that I wanted to try it. So she sent this to me, and thank you so much, Leanna. You are the sweetest. So, so far I do like that. It's very fine. I'm just going to have to test it to see if it leaves a white cast. But I do like it so far. So I went ahead and done that. And I put my bronzer on. So now we are going to be using the Cheek Duo. We are now going to use the Cheek Duo from Natasha Denona. And it looks like that. You guys have seen the swatches. So I'm going to get my little brush here for my... I don't know why I grabbed that one. My brush for my blush. And this is a cream to powder. Normally I have a different brush that I use for creams. But on these cream to powders, I use my regular blush brush. So I'm just stamping that in there. And going to start right here midways on my face. And see what kind of pigment we get on here. I do wish that, and I know it's a mini, but I do wish that the pans were easier to dip into. But that's all right. I can deal with it. So that is a very pretty color. And I think that it matches nicely with those eyeshadows. I think that is the perfect shade. Oh, how pretty. So I'm dipping back in to hit this other cheek. And for me, I do like a pretty blushed moment. So, you know, I'm having to go in a couple of times. And it just depends on what you like. Once may be enough for you. But it is very lightly pigmented and buildable. So that is what I do like. I would rather build my blushes than for it to go on blam and then me not like it. So that is very pretty. See, my lash is playing me. It's wanting to raise up in that corner. I'm going to staple it down. Staple it. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to go in with the highlighter. And I'm going to use my Smashbox highlighter brush. It's my favorite for highlights. I love the edged effect on it. So we're just going to pick that up. And let's try it out. Oh, wow. Her blushes, her highlights always blow me away. at how pretty they are. My favorite is that wet look, and she always gives me that. Just, I mean, you can never be mad at a highlighter that looks like that, ever. It's just so gorgeous. Oh. So now, let me grab me a lip because I did not do that. Hold on. Okay, so the lip that I chose, I lined my lip in the Bodyography pencil called Pouty. And then I am using L'Oreal's Nude Intense in Nude Confident 171. I love this packaging. It's so gorgeous. It looks so luxe. And then this is what the shade looks like. Look at that in that bullet. That's just a Your Lips But Better shade for me, and I love it. I love a pinky nude. So pretty. So that's what I have on my lips. I have to say that I am so excited to have this in my collection. I feel like this does add something that the Biba palette was missing. So if you do have the Biba palette, I think you're going to enjoy this in addition to your large palette. As far as the Cheek Duo, I love it. I love all of her cheek products that I try. That highlight just gets me every time. I love it. So I think that this is a great little duo, and I'm glad that I got it. So guys, I will see you in my next video. And until then, God bless and I love you.